On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, we are here to pick up my broken side-by-side. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Chair Go, and my side-by-side and the R8 and a few other cars live in this barn now. It's just where it worked out. And my nephew's birthday party, Scott, you guys have seen him many times before, was the other day. They had a bunch of friends over, so we got the side-by-side out. And we went out to jump it. Now you can see some of the berms back there in this backyard. They're not set up for jumping, but if we hit them right, we have no problem getting quite a bit of air. There's just no room after the jumps. So we go out there and we jump it, and then we have to light the brakes up to shut it down. And you know, it's really hard on the side-by-side. Well, I was taking them for rides. We did a couple of good jumps, and it landed hard and snapped some CVs. So, or at least one CV is very broken. So today, we're gonna load the side-by-side up and go put a CV in it. Oh well, it was worth it for the kids. There she is, in all of her glory. One very, very broken CV. Luckily, it's four-wheel drive with lockers. So, of course, you just punch the four-wheel drive button, it clicks in, and it drove into the shop.
How do you get in this thing?
Pull the red strap right there. It's like a Porsche.
I get to ride in the porch?
In the porch.
I'm in a Porsche?
So anyway, I wasn't going to take you for a ride in this until we could make real hits, and now it's completely broken.
How do they ride like this?
I feel like Dad's never done 90 in the dirt before. It's an effortless 90 too. It hits 90 like that.
Let's keep it that way.
Okay.
Let's...
All right, we're in 4. It should do its magic. It's funny, you can't even tell it's broken. It just drives like completely normal. But that rear CV is back there flopping around.
Please don't jump the wheelie. Uh-oh, stop.
All right, we're spinning on the trailer with all this water. We had a huge off-roading trip planned today with Tyler Potter, and I was gonna have this all fixed last night, but we saw the rain coming in and they canceled the trip because it's in a creek bed basically, and we would not have made it out of the creek bed, that's for sure. It fills up when it starts raining. I was super pumped to go rip this thing. And yes, all this would usually go on the off-road channel, but today we have a broken car and we're fixing it. Now that's a good looking rig. I need that trailer so I can pull 2 side-by-sides at once. All right, we are at the warehouse with an extremely wet seat here. I wish I actually better wipe this out. Here we go. Up in the air.
I want to see this drive shaft flopping around. You can see it's wet up in there.
Yeah, it's moving all over.
Can't believe it. Oh, I see it rolling on the frame. They're both bad. Look at that.
That one should...
They're both bad.
Here's the thing, I ordered that CV, and Super ATV's website makes it look like when you're ordering 1, you're getting 2. So there's no quantity anywhere. It says axles in every single word on the description instead of axle. And they try really hard to make you think you're getting 2, and then you get your delivery and find out you got 1.
Hey, what are them wheels for over there?
Those are the new wheels for this.
Oh.
Yeah, so those are going on today too. The new KMCs with the Moto Hammers. This is their race tire that a lot of their race teams run. Yeah, and there's all the new lug nuts and everything.
Oh, that's gonna
really change the look of it, right? It looks kind of weak with those stock tires.
My goodness.
A couple inches higher.
Yeah.
She's gonna be serious.
It's ready to drive highway.
I don't know if you know this. I thought I was gonna have to register this in Montana. That's what I was gonna do. And put it in an LLC so that I could street drive it everywhere.
You can drive it.
Kansas, you can drive it everywhere except for highways over 55 mile an hour.
Right.
So literally every city street, every back road, I can drive them all.
That's right.
And I don't need a tag or anything. I can just go rock out. Well, that is our before right there with the stock Can-Am wheels on the 21X3. And of course, you guys know I'm gonna do the easy thing first. We're gonna put the front wheels on because the front end's all good to go. So let's grab our floor jack this thing up and do a little wheel swapping. Whoa! This thing looks serious with the moto hammers on it. What a huge difference. I'm trying to figure out what the game plan is with the center caps. I almost wonder if the Can-Am center caps will fit in those red KMC rings. I want the red rings because they add a lot to the thing, but I also want center caps instead of just the exposed CV nut there. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do there. Either run a longer screw and combine those two, which they fit together pretty well, or put the Can-Am center cap in the red one. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. That red ring is everything on that wheel. These wheels are the KMC Grenades with the true bead lock and the moto hammers, of course. The Can-Am wheels that come on the thing, those are like a beauty bead lock. They're not actually real. They're just kind of a decorative feature. It does look good, but it looks way better with the non-painted hardware on this, that red ring, and it's just a tough wheel. That was the other thing I wanted, was like a solid aluminum wheel, and I think that'll hold up for a very, very long time. All right, I've got the X3 precariously balanced in the air. Don't worry, it's fine. I'm not going underneath the thing. There's our very broken CV. There's a chunk left of the axle stub sitting right inside there. And of course there is our super ATV Rhino 2.0 axles. I am still upset about that. I probably read every single letter I could on the page where those are for sale, and there is not a quantity indicator anywhere. So, and what's worse is they're like $259, and S3's axles, which is I think a better brand and probably a far better product, is less expensive. So I assumed that these were just a worse competitor, and there would definitely be two in there. That's, you know, kind of what you get for assuming, but also what they lead you to believe. Either way, let's rip this thing apart and start tossing on our brand new axle. Time to pop our axle nut off. I already pulled the pin out of it. It's got a cotter pin on this castle nut. So now we can rip this thing off of here. This is a, I've got a 32. It kind of feels like it might be a 31, but had no problems there. And run this back down, give it a, ooh, that is fully loose. I guess it is brand new. Kind of makes sense that it came right off. Yeah, it's got a couple hours on it. The axle's broke. It's only been through one puddle. Yeah, one lake. Went through one lake once. Oops. Give it a push. Hey, that worked out. We got a nice clean break on that axle. Call Jared. Hey man, can you just weld these back together and then heat treat them when you're done and we'll be good to go.
It's a lot of pad.
Oh, the brakes look fine.
For days.
There's
some pondage in them.
They are brand new. Yeah, there's one. That's where old Greg lives, right there. Old Greg.
I cleaned it for like 2 hours.
Time to open up the next set of wheels here. These are the rears. So Eric's cutting all the saran wrap off from shipping. And I think we're gonna stop on the axles. I think I'm gonna call S3 Monday morning and see what they have to say about going to the Titan axles, because they seem to be exactly the same and $100 less for a set. It's even more than $100 less. And these Rhinos, they added like $40 to the price, so now it's like $600 for a set of those. So I'd really like to return the Rhino and go to the S3s. Same axle, less money from what I'm seeing. Same 4340 chromoly, and I'm sure it's the same CV joint, so that's probably the thing to do. We're gonna throw the new wheels and tires on it and push this thing a little bit out of the way, and that's where we're gonna pick up with the repair on this. And you know what? Maybe it's time for some radius rods and all that other good stuff at the same time. These are the Motohammer 321015s if you wanna rock the same setup. This is a wild setup. There's the Motohammer beside the stock Maxxis tires there. I felt bad just throwing these beautiful KMCs on with no protection, so we are Avalon King coating the KMCs before they go on, because the Can-Am wheels were as well. And boy, oh boy, do those wheels wash out. Everything else on it, like the dirt sticks in there, and the wheels, you just hit them with the high pressure washer and they clean up. And on something this intricate, it needs to clean up. So we're gonna pull the fronts back off, put the backs on, ceramic coat those, and then we're finally good. And then I'll get some axles and some radius rods, and we'll have something really solid, I hope. Really solid. Woo-wee! Check that out. The X3 looks stunning. It's so big. This is way, way, way. This is the rock crawler sized at this point. It's huge. I love the way it looks. I think the red's a perfect touch. So anyway, we got half of today's job done. I'll get the new axles on the way. I'll have them in a few days, but at least I could roll it again. And these wheels are ready to go do some actual off-roading. Now we can clean them up with a high pressure washer and they'll always clean right up. So mud is not going to stick. Anyway, like I said, KMC grenades and EFX moto hammers. These are also a DOT tire, so I can street drive this without worrying. I'm so pumped. Anyway, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjargo.com where you can get cool shirts just like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. I'm ready to go do some rock crawling because this is about the size of tire that's on the rock crawler. So what a difference. And the stock setup, I didn't even realize, is staggered. I think I notice it and then I forget, and then I notice it and I forget. But the new setup is square. The old rears are on the bottom and the fronts are on the top there. So yeah, this setup is actually matching. Now I need a spare tire holder. I need the gas shock spare tire holder that flips over here, and one more of those wheels and tires. And I think we're gonna hit up Assault and get some more stuff coming to make this thing even better. Like heavy duty end links and those radius rods, a few things.